Hi, Truther family. Bosco Nick with Find Your Truth. And I got a couple subjects here I want to hit on today. We've got, some military news feeds that's been going on. We have a story that Richie from Boston has been putting out there. We've got some stories from the Mysteries of Unknown or Sail Daddy. The point is, I want to touch base on some of these things and kind of like wake your brain up and get you thinking about them, maybe researching them yourself. There was a guy in the 80s who had a vision, Henry Groover, about China and Russia invading our country after an economic collapse and re-presidency and all this other great stuff. Okay, the guy had a vision. This was back in the 80s. And everything that this guy said so far has come to fruition. Okay, now the other story is the one that Richie from Boston just put out about the ghost cities in China. Okay, now why would they build all these huge cities that could house quite a lot of people? Nobody's living there. Who are they for? Why are they built? Okay, well, when a country buys up all your debt and you don't have money to pay them back, guess what? Just like anybody else, if you go to a bank, you owe them money, they're going to take you to court. They're going to try to seize their money from you. You don't pay a loan, they're going to seize the money from you. You don't pay something, they're going to try to take the money from you one way or another. But the problem here is that when the Federal Reserve was printing, they were only allowed to print as much money as they had gold or silver, because the silver were the assets, the gold was the assets. Okay, well now, when you can just print, and nobody else is getting any money that lives in the country, only the rich people get the money, it starts to make you think, what's your Social Security card really for? What's your birth certificate really for? You're a slave. You're born into bondage. You are the collateral. You are, the item, basically. So you are now the collateral to the currency that they keep printing. You see what I'm saying? And who bought up all that debt? China. Why is everybody acting like communists, wearing masks in my country, when I haven't seen or met or even know of a single person, or even the people that I have contacted with, don't know anyone that has anything or has died from anything? Okay? They want you to play by their rules, because when they ship you over there to work for them, to pay back all the debt that your, fake government threw out on you, sold you out, when it's not a government anymore, it's a corporation. Okay? Hasn't been a government very, 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 very long time. Okay, so we hit Henry Groover. We hit the ghost cities in China. Now we've got war games going on, people. Massive, massive war games in South China Sea, putting on displays of power between them and us. They've got jets flying all over the place in Thailand and in Hong Kong and all these other places. They are telling us, listen, we don't care what you do. We're coming. Okay? So, take all of that into note and into consideration, and do the research and compile all that information together. I tried to make the video a few minutes ago, but as soon as I started talking about this, my vehicle was acting up. It was kind of strange because it was running fine for quite a long time. I just had it at the garage not too long ago. and it was running fine. And all of a sudden, I tried to make a YouTube video, and it's like my vehicle was hit with something, because it's running great now. I pulled over, I shut it off, I turned it back on, it was fine. There's no check engine light on, so, you know, maybe small EMP, who knows, you know. I am definitely a target. Richie from Boston, he's a target, okay? The dude from Sail Daddy, Mysteries Unknown, he's a target. Us truthers that are actually truth researchers, we are not conspiracy theorists, okay? We might have some theories of our own, but we're going to tell you, hey, this is what we're thinking, because thinking is a theory, okay? Unless you have factual evidence, like foundations, money, you know, who they have ties to, what companies and corporations they own, you know, those are factual evidence, which can also lead you down the right path instead of going to be a conspiracy theorist. So, on that note, you know, let's just try to make sense of things and stop going with this supposed truther thing. You know what I mean? Like, you're not a truther. Sorry, I have to turn that off because my CD player's about to die. I wish it would already. You're not a truther if you're telling people the same crap garbage that people have been telling people forever now about flat earth and, you know, who really did 9/11, who really shot Kennedy, who really... If you just stop and understand, okay, it's alphabet agencies, it's these occult governments, the occult politicians, you know, the occult Freemasonry, all that stuff. That is the problem. These banks, these phony religions, the indoctrination that we're putting our children through the supposed school system or educational system. It's more like indoctrination system. It all, you know, like they're trying to make kids wear masks to school. They didn't have to wear masks this whole effing time, and now all of a sudden they got to wear masks to school. No, I'm sorry, but my child is not going to risk hypoxia because you want to be a scumbag. You want to be a commie. I don't want to be a commie. My country don't do that stuff. You know, like this national coin shortage crap. There's people that are like in their 40s and 50s and have never heard of a national coin shortage. Sure, they heard about diminishing of the gold and silver standard and giving us this paper garbage currency, but hey. So, on that note, Bosco Neck with Find Your Truth, and I hope you find your truth, and I'm out.